Let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
Before I start, I also want to give a big shout out for the We Defy Foundation. I believe on the mission. I think that you guys have a beautiful mission. And how I said before, I'm here to support in any way possible. The things that I always pay attention right here whenever I'm on this position is I need to make sure that Yep's arms are busy, you know? If Yep's arms are like it is right now, he can move, he can arm drag, he can hold my hand, he can do whatever he wants, you know? So whenever I get here, the first thing that I need to make sure is that my head, it's always going close to his head, see? And I'm kind of like on this tripod situation, see? So now Yep is holding my weight and I don't need anything else. So I use my feet to drive towards his head a little bit and make sure that I charge his arm. He doesn't want this presence. He doesn't want that I'm this close to him. So whenever he feels that, he's gonna be like, oh, I want to create space. His arms are not strong enough to do that right now because he's carrying my weight, but his legs are. So if I open up the space like I pretty much am right now, he can easily step on my hip or do exactly what Yep did. Yep trains a lot with me, so he already knows that if he goes with this leg all the way around, it's maybe a better feeling because he can already make sure that he controls the outside of my body, you know? Some people gonna also step on your hip to make sure that they push you away. That's also something that happens a lot. So whenever Yep steps on my hip, he knows that I have a really good ability to just put it back, you know? So whenever he feels that I put his leg back, he's probably gonna try to go all the way around and make sure that he blocks the outside of my body. So first thing that you're gonna do, I'm here, Yep steps on my hip. Boom, hand goes on close to his foot. I'm gonna give a little step and see how I'm turning my hip close to Yep. I'm kind of like getting on my side. That gives me enough space to put his leg back and step back in. The second time that Yep does that, do it again, Yep. Now he's gonna go all the way around my body. All I'm gonna do is my head stays where it is, my hand, it's gonna go all the way behind, and I'm gonna hold in the sole of his foot. See? So you can stop right here and just make sure that you own the place right here, putting pressure, okay? If my head is low, his arms can move. Head needs to go down, see? My hip, for sure we have a position that we call high tripod, where I go with my head a little bit higher, a little bit lower than my hip. But right now I pretty much want to be on the same line, kind of like, oh, I'm a table right here. So look, I'm heavy. Now Yep's like, oh, I cannot step again. I need to try to get a close guard, something like that. See that my knee stays in the middle. I don't want him to scoop his hip close to me. So I try to keep my knee between his legs. Hand goes to the sole of the foot, get up a little, and I move his leg to the other side, his foot to the other side. Right away, close your elbow. Hand punches the ground, hand goes above the head, walk to the side, get a good side control position. Look, I'm here, Yep moves, boom, here, my arm goes here and there, boom. And now I'm on my side control, more like a Shiro Gatami here. Couple things, if I get here and Yep starts to over commit to this side right here, pretty much he's gonna fall right into my Darce choke right there, and I'm gonna get the tap. Most of people should not do that, right? Because his arm is already completely engaged there. But if you ever get someone that is over engaged to turn it that way, boom, that's my Darce right there, you know? So I got the submission. Now I kind of show you guys a couple reactions that Yep can have with the legs, right? But sometimes he just really strong with the legs here. He hooks my leg and he's not really interested on step on my hip, you know? What I feel from here is, how I said, I need to charge this arm. And right now, that's what pretty much I'm gonna do the most. I'm gonna charge his arm right here. Now we're gonna do arm drag situation. Pretty much my goal is to connect my elbow to this space that I have, this little triangle right here that is left for me. Yep is doing a good job, keeping a good connection between his elbow and his knee, but see this space right here? All I want is put my elbow on this space. So now, all I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna connect my elbow and my left hand go to his hand. As soon as this happens, I'm gonna get a little tall and push his arm on the other side of my head. So, I'm here, I'm putting my weight, yep, is pushing with the arm, yep. I really like whenever they start to really commit to this little push right here, because now that looks way easier, see? And now my hand goes to his head, see? Hand, whenever my left hand connects to his head, I'm gonna change everything. My knee that is on top of his thigh, it's gonna go to his shin, and I'm gonna knee slide. But a couple things, whenever you knee slide, don't go all the way far from yep. We're just talking about presence. I need to make sure that I still have presence. So my shoulder barely moves. See, my shoulder is still in the same place. And now I can slide my knee and make sure that I have a good position right here. All I'm gonna do now is just start to scoop my hip over and go back to the side control. I have a good knee slide position right here. I'm putting the weight. Yep, gonna start to overextend his arm to push me. As soon as I feel this energy coming, I'm dragging. Boom, see? And I do this little hit on his shoulder, see? Boom, that's my motion. Elbow goes in, hand goes to the shoulder. Boom, right there. Hand, cup the shoulder, hand, cup the head. Knee, look, boom, right there. If yep has a really strong hook right there and I feel, coach, I cannot knee slide, that's when I start to come back to the other side, walk, and now I have a good half guard position there, maybe like a 3/4 mount still. But now don't stay too strong in the leg. I want you guys to get the knee slide. So I'm here, boom, I start to overcommit to the hand, he starts to push, boom, change. Hand on the back of the head, knee slide, keep my presence, look my shoulder, still over yep. Just pass your hip over the leg, elbow goes to the ground, knee goes back to the hip, make sure that you have a good side control position. What I think here, whenever I move his arm across my body, I cannot stay far anymore. I need to drop my shoulder close to his body. See, he needs to feel this presence right here. I bring my chin, it's kind of like I'm punching myself. So I bring my chin close to my knuckles, elbow goes down, shoulder on top of his hip. So look, whenever I'm here, chin in my knuckles, so he doesn't come back with the arm. If I stay right here, just roll your arm back, boom, right there. So I need to close the setup, right? So chin, go to my knuckles, elbow goes down, shoulder, knee slide, my hands on the head. Now look, whenever I start to knee slide, my leg, my left knee, it's not gonna go to the ground. I'm actually gonna step all the way behind his back. And now I just turn all the way, and I make sure that I bring my heel close to my partner's armpit. Here, most of the times, yep can try to hit hike, right? So what I need to make sure first is that I have control of this wrist. And then it comes back to the Professor Travis class, make sure that you flare this elbow. So I'm in a good position here. Whenever I get to this position, good stabbing on the leg, good flaring this elbow out, lock the hand, and get the tap right there. Boom, so let me do one more time. I'm here, good pressure position. I'm gonna do really slow. Cross the arm, weight goes back to the hip. Open the knee, slide a little more. Leg goes all the way to his back. See, my knee, left knee never touch the ground. Whenever I start to turn, my other leg goes to his armpit. See, it doesn't go to the head right here. I need to make sure that it goes all the way to the armpit so I have my reverse triangle if the worst happens. Good hug on the arm, flat the elbow out, hold the wrist, make sure that you get the tap. For sure, coach, if I have time, can I pass this leg over the body? 100%.